Guys, welcome back to the channel. Earn here. Buy, sell, trade, collect, vend. Look at that hair. And today I have an interesting video for you guys. On this channel, or my old channel, I used to do like collection, sharing, show and tell, mail days. And, you know, these days I don't really get that much mail. I'm not really buying too much. That's worth sharing. But I figured since I had just moved and a lot of this stuff is going to storage / being sold as we speak, I might as well show you what's on my desk, what's in my closet before it all goes away. And yeah, it's going to be gone probably by the time you see this video. So this is a show and tell video. I'll walk you through what I have, what I paid. Some of it is PC / collection. Some of it is true investments. Oh, how dare you. A lot of it I've had for years now, and I don't plan on getting rid of most of it. So hopefully you see something here that you like, and maybe something that you find funny, because I do have a lot of stuff, and some of it just makes no sense at all. So let's get on with the video, and let me share with you guys what I got. All right, first flex first. We're going to go through our sealed that I had on the desk. So again, this is all probably going to be gone / sold / in storage by the time you guys watch this video. But I figured I'd lay out very nicely. I definitely do not lay out my booster boxes like this on my desk. It's part me just making myself feel good, but also like there's way too much sunlight in here. You don't want your collectibles with any sunlight. But yeah, I just kind of stacked these up like a buffoon. Okay, let me show you guys. So Fusion Strike, 1, 2, 3. There's the fourth box. There's a fifth box here somewhere. Wait a minute. Fifth box? Maybe I don't have 5 boxes. Anyway, Fusion Strike boxes. I bought all those at $500. Actually, I think I have 4. Yeah, I have 4. Hard for me to say because I bought this years ago. $82 a box. Cases on cases. I've ripped cases. Got nothing better than like a Genesect and a Celebi. Yeah. Crazy. Celebi? Is that right? I don't remember. $500 for this. And now all of a sudden within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it is now an $800 box. I got lucky. It was a good buy, but I did not think I'd get this lucky. So there's Fusion Strike. Let me go through the rest of this stuff. We have this box, which I'm sure many people will not know what it is. Tag Team Ulcers GX. It's a high-class booster box set in Japanese. It takes the best of the Sun and Moon Japanese sets, and it makes one mega set, if you will. This box, honestly, is iconic for me because it was the first high-class set that I really got into and ripped a lot of. I really, really like the set. Pulls are great. GX cards look great. And I managed to pull, I think, most of the rare cards in this set. The Erica, it's a trainer. The gold Reshiram and Zekrom, Mewtwo, Mew, and a few other ones. Next up, Evolving Cries. Somehow, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Evolving Cries. I just purchased all these within the last 2 months. Average price of $12.25. They're now going for $2,000 each. I don't know what's going on. I'm probably going to start selling some. Market's crazy. I'm not a prophet. I got incredibly lucky, but you know, it is what it is. I do think the prices are going to stabilize a bit relatively soon, but we'll see. 1 box of Lost Thunder. I only have 1 of these. I would have got more, but Lost Thunder honestly is not I don't think it's a great set. It has the Lugia, Rainbow Rare, and Lycia. That's it. I didn't really get too much Sun and Moon sets that I just don't like if I don't like the pulls. Burning Shadows. I purchased probably the most Burning Shadows, Sun and Moon sets. Sorry, I can't talk today. The most Sun and Moon set that I bought was Burning Shadows. It's now one of the least ones I hold because I was impatient and I got rid of it too early. The boxes now are $800, so not too bad. This set right here, this is a Japanese Hidden Fates. It's called Ultra Shiny GX. This box right now is sitting at $650. I bought this for like $550, pretty high. I bought it mainly for my sealed Japanese collection, but yeah, I've never opened the set before. Yeah, kind of just wanted it because it's high class, and I'm a fan of high class sets. Unified Minds somehow is like a $1,600 box. We'll take it. Cosmic, we have one, two, three, four. Where's the fifth one? Five boxes of Cosmic. Only one I bought recently at let's see, $19.50. The other four I paid $250 for. So we're doing well in Cosmic. We got in super early. I've been holding it for years. I bought several cases, 3 cases, I think, and I sold them on the way up. They've helped fund a lot of my endeavors so far. I will say though that some of the boxes, they have some weird shrink wrap on them and some like plastic. Hold on, let me get the Fusion Strike boxes out of the way. Some plastic like residue on them. I don't know. It's so weird to me. One team up box. Oh, look, I'm watching retro and I'm tracking my Pikas. One team up box. I bought this for $1,000 off of Reddit. That was 3 years ago. This box is now pushing 6,000. Don't ask me how or why. Yeah, I have no idea. Fusion we already went through. Let's see. You got one unbroken. 2 unbroken, actually. Ultra Prism, I have 2 of those here somewhere. So one there, one here. One of them has a tear on the side of it, unfortunately. So that's going to affect probably the resale. I have cards literally everywhere. Japanese Evolving Skies, the EVs part, EV Heroes. I have a couple boxes of this. Man, I think this is the first set for me when it came out in Japanese that people lost their minds. Booster box went to $100. They had multiple reprints, but it just wasn't enough. This set is still, quite beloved. There's painter's tape on there because I was moving it, and that's a good way to keep the lid on. Let's see. We already went through those. Oh, this one. Japanese Shining Legends. Now, up until 2 months ago, the Mewtwo in this set was only like a $700 or $800 card. I think it's going for $1,500 now. This box is probably undervalued. It's also at like $1,500. I got it at $800. I think, I don't know. This is more of like a collector's item at this point. You wouldn't open something like collectors out there all cringe. You wouldn't open something like this. It's way too expensive. The top card can be obtained for just about the same price, if not less than the price of the box. So I'll probably hold on to this for, I don't know, $2,500 to $3,000 at least, and then I'll sell it then. I was collecting all these Sun and Moon Japanese booster boxes, but there are many of them that are way more expensive than this, and they're harder to find. And so I gave up that dream, a long time ago. Let's see. Crimson. I have one because it's not a good set. But I bought this back in the day for like $150. I have no idea why this set is in this container, but we'll share it off. Vivid Voltage. Now, honestly, to be frank, Vivid Voltage was a special set for me. I opened up a lot of it. I tried to chase the Chunky Chew. I think it opened up like 11 boxes worth. Didn't get it. Love the Amazing Rares. This is all before full arts. And so, this set, people give this set a lot of hate now, but up until they reprinted the hell out of it, it was not a bad set. I think people really enjoyed it. Sun and Moon Base. So I checked the other day. This is somehow like a $700 set. I bought this for $180. in 50 from Safari Zone years ago. Silver Tempest doesn't, whatever. Team Skull Pikachu box. Now it's a goal of mine to get all the boxes for the ponchos. This box doesn't have any of the cards in it. It does have the sleeves and accessories. I want to display them. I think they look cool. But yeah, I don't have that poncho anymore. These two very special boxes right here. This is Chinese Sword and Shield. This set has the Venusaur VMAX Hyper Rare in it. And this set has the Blastoise VMAX. Now, the only reason why I have these boxes is because I like the artwork. And I love it when... Oh, man. It's kind of beat up. I love it when these guys get featured over the Zard. Just even the box, the artwork, everything's unique to Simplified Chinese. I don't know. I just like the way they look. They're not really worth much. They're probably like $50 a box. But they're kind of nice to display pieces, I think. So that's mostly the sealed. I think that's it. There's not anything crazy here. I mean, well, let's go over these. Evolutions ETB. Now $350. These hovered at $180 to $200 for years. They recently just went up. I'm not really a fan of Evolutions as set, but I think these are some of the best looking ETBs that exist. Very distinct. Zard, Blastoise, what they're not to love. But yeah, let me see. What else do we got? We are quite literally in my clothes closet where I've snuck away these bad boys. Unified Minds ETB, beautiful, in the classic Target cereal container. Love it. Move this aside. You have the great conditioned $2,000 now. Team Up Elite Trainer box. This is wild to me. This Elite Trainer box, by the way, I would say is much harder to find than the booster box. So maybe one day, if it goes to like 5K, it's probably too greedy. I'll decide to sell it. This is a new Lunala ETB. Sorry, I'm using one hand. From Ultra Prism. Now like a $500 ETB. I bought this when it was like $150. So we're doing well in that. We have Celestial Storm. Also one of my favorites. $650 ETB. I guess so. I mean, ETBs really are just collector's pieces. They're not really good for anything other than that from previous eras. Shining Legends. This was stagnant for years at like $300. And now it started to go up because Mewtwo went up. Let's see. More Eevee Heroes boxes. We have Ultra Sun. Ultra Sun. You have Chilling Rain. Chilling Rain. And you have Cosmic Eclipse ETB. Also very hard to find in good condition. I love this one. Let me move some of this back so that's full. Some Japanese stuff here. We have Silver Tempest. Battle Styles. And Skyscraping Perfect, which is Evolving Skies. Another part of Evolving Skies. Let me take you guys back over here. Hi, doggy. My new place is still a mess, so I haven't had time to organize. Okay. This box is one of the coolest items I've ever seen. This is a Crobat special box collection from Shiny Star V, so Shining Fates in Japanese. The box is it just looks cool. Like that's the design. I don't think it comes with the promo inside, but I bought a bunch of these back in the day. Great for display units. Again, the tape is on there because I was moving. I didn't want them to flop around. Oh, okay. Now this is the fun part. This is the start of my Japanese Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon booster box collection. It is definitely incomplete, so don't blame me. We have Team Up. Very nice. This is where the Latios and Lovers card is. Have Unified Minds. It's crazy to me to think this box of Japanese was like $40 when I first got back into the hobby, and it sat there. It sat there. This box right now is like $300. Vivid Voltage. Oh, another Ultra Sun. Does Sun and Moon base. Battle Style is blue. So what's that? Single Strike? Rapid Strike? Dream League. Cosmic Eclipse. Still have a bunch of these boxes in storage. See, I would display a lot of this at home, but I don't have space anymore. So all this is being sold or going into storage because if I can't show it, I'm not going to keep it. Double Blaze, which is Unbroken Bonds. More Chilling Rain. This is Sky Legend. And the top card in this set is the Hidden Fates Birds promo, the stained glass promo. And then some hyper rare cards. See, I like in Japanese, they have very clear set identity in Sun and Moon. You literally get the cards that are on this box in terms of the top cards. So it's very clear that these are the cards you're chasing after. Charisma of the Cracked Sky. Now this box I gambled on. I got it for like $650 last year. This is Celestial Storm in Japanese. It has the Rainbow Rayquaza, and then the Elijah Trainer. I think this box now, last check, is like $1,500 or maybe $1,400. So it's gone up a lot. Even when I bought it, it was incredibly hard to find. Now it's really hard to find. I bought it because I was gambling on a lower feedback seller from Japan, and turns out I got lucky and it paid off. This is Charisma. No, wait. Blue Sky Stream. So the Rayquaza part of Evolving Skies. Also getting to be an expensive box. I think it's like $600 or $700. Remix Bout, probably one of my favorite artworks in Sun and Moon. Look at that. This is Unbroken Bonds primarily, I think. Yeah. And this, drum roll, please. Drum roll. Is probably the best artwork for a Sun and Moon box, and this is Champion Road. Some of the Pokemon, I get it. Slackoff is whatever. Mr. Mime's whatever. Dunsparce is whatever. But just like the general artwork and how it all comes together is phenomenal. You don't really see stuff like this anymore. I will say Japanese artworks like where's the Dream League? Like, that looks pretty good. Japanese artworks are way better than English. I will say that's always been a truth. Can I put these away? Alter Genesis. This is also Cosmic. The top card in this set is the Three Gods card, where they look like statues. That card, believe it or not, last year was going for like $250 in Japanese in the PSA 10. It's going for a bit more than that now. Lost Abyss, obviously. Lost Origin. Forbidden Light. Terrible set. I had to get it, though, to start completing my collection. And... we already went through this one. All right. Put this away. There's another box below, I think. Sorry. I was not prepared to do this video. Just decided to record on a whim. So... All right. Well... I'm just going to get into the graded cards. I have failed. I have so many cards I have not sold yet. partially because of the move, being lazy. So I just figured I'd show you guys everything that I currently have. Let me get a good angle here. Currently have, am hoarding, am speculating. I'll walk you through exactly what I got and why I have it. This is for the memes. That's really it. This is like a Pop 2 card when I graded it. This mill tank. Yeah, whatever. My rocket cards. I also have the Snorlax. Where are these? So it was my intention to only sell. It was my intention to sell down to just 20 slabs, and I was doing that. And then I got busy. And so here are the 3 10s that I have for Japanese rocket returns. Oh, look at that fat boy swirl. Let me just show you these slabs. You guys have probably seen some of these. My Mew from Dragon Blast, black and white. Mew from Radiant Collection. I would say this is probably my top 2 or 3 favorite card, just because of the texture alone. In my collection, I mean. Umbreon. I bought this for 400. It's now going for above 1,000, I think. Market gonna market. Japanese Blastoise, Japanese Plasma Storm Blastoise Unlimited. This I can't sell. The prices take so much, and it's so niche and rare that I would feel bad if I sold this for anything less than 1.5x what I paid for it. And then Snorlax Level X. In English, this comes in Rising Rivals, but in Japanese, it came as part of a promo. All right, there's that. So these slabs, this stack is actually supposed to be my personal collection that I was slowly chopping away at, but because I got busy, it's now still a massive pile. So I haven't really decided when I'm going to sell this stuff. I guess when I come around to it, but I will say these are some of my more favorite cards. You have the Gyarados from Breakpoint, Team Up, Japanese Magikarp Wailord. Oh yeah, this guy. This guy I'm going to sell in next year. Right now it's going for about $1,000, I think. I could be mistaken, actually. Yeah, the 20th anniversary Charizard, the Magmar, and the Flareon. Now this card paired with the Japanese version. Japanese, I think, looks a bit better, but man, they're good. So 20th anniversary Japanese, I had the Blastoise and the Charizard. These come in a set, CP6. This comes in a promo box. This is way harder to grade than these are. This Aerodactyl, my wife's. So when I went to go visit my wife's parents, this is probably like 5 or 6 years ago, or 3 or 4 years ago. She found her old binder. So yeah, she had a binder. And I went through it and I graded the best card I could find, which happened to be this Aerodactyl. So this is sentimental. It's hers. I can't believe we got an 8 on a first edition fossil Aerodactyl after all these years. So this is why I have it. I think in total it's like an $80 card, but yeah, it's kind of cool. Electrode. Y'all know I collect electrodes. This is reverse hollow. Reverse hollows for prime cards only occur in Japanese. Beautiful card. And then I have the regular prime. Machamp. Machamp squad out here. I have the reverse Machamp in Japanese. Prime, PSA 10. I also collect Machamps, if you didn't know. And then this reverse foil Machamp from Heart Gold Soul Silver from one of those sets. Yeah, just silly. Special Delivery Pika. One of my top PC cards. Lieutenant Yoshida from Detective Pikachu. This card is a Grand Archive trophy card that I won. It's not Pokemon. Another Electro card. I got this from PokeChef for Secret Santa from Team Rocket Returns, and it has a swirl. Thank you, Chef. Pikachu Level X, Japanese exclusive. Love this card. The only thing I don't like is the shading on the card. It's kind of dark, if you can tell. Something they did with these cards, or this card specifically. But man, this card is amazing. This is probably going to stay in my PC forever. I really like this card. Moving on, we have 2 Blastoises and 2 Venusaurs from base set XY in Japanese. So base set X, base set Y. They're 2 separate sets. The reason why I have 2 of them is because one's first edition, one's unlimited. One's first edition and one's unlimited. Price wise, they go for the same amount, but in Japanese, they had 2 runs, 2 versions. That's why I bought Gengar V Max, Japanese. Now, this is actually my second copy. Yeah, if you didn't know, this card is randomly seeded in, I forgot how many decks, in the Japanese Gengar deck. So that's where the Gengar V Max high class deck comes from. And it's kind of like a gambling ticket. Like you'd buy cases of the decks, and then one of the decks would have this card inserted. I think that's a cool way of doing it. I mean, it definitely promotes people buying a lot of product, but it is what it is. Groudon and Kyogre. Story time. These cards were like $300 each last year. Last I checked, the 2 of them together go for like $1,500 to $1,600. That is how crazy the current market is. I regret not buying more of these because I think it's one of the best looking cards in the hobby. In Japanese, that is, because that cracked ice look. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. You can't bet them all. Gengar EX Phantom Gate, beautiful card. Now pushing $2,000. I got this traded it to me at 800, and that was at the beginning of the year. So this card has gone up a ton. Now the Electrode from the collection, I bought this card raw and graded it. Gyarados from Skyridge in Japanese. Alakazam, secret rare. Lugia from Plasma Storm. And then some other odds and ends. Alicia? Machamp collector here. The Chinese Pika, story time. I graded a bunch of these when they first came out. I made a ton of money. And then I ended up rebuying them because I realized how great of a card these are. So I have 2 in the collection, but I think I paid $500 on both. Yeah, I sold them off and I had to rebuy them because this card just looks way too good. This came out in traditional Chinese for the 5th anniversary of their release. You can see here it has Terastal, Charizard, it has a Mew, and then it has Sword and Shield Zoroark. So yeah, pretty cool. Love that card. I'm a dummy for selling it. Another Gengar V Max, Fusion Strike this time. Bubble Mew, Japanese 10. V Max Mews. Now I'm quietly, this is where I get into the speculating. I'm quietly accumulating this card. I say quietly because I don't know why I said that, honestly. I'm buying them. I will let people know I'm buying them. I believe in this card. I like this card. These ones I graded when the card was like $70 or $80 raw. So I graded these myself. I've not purchased a 10 yet. I'm getting a couple this weekend. But I have a feeling that with Fusion Strike going up, these cards are probably going to appreciate. And granted, sealed and singles don't always go up over time, or they're not connected to each other, especially if it's like an older set. But I have a feeling with that card, it's probably worth speculating on. Okay, let's keep going. I have some weird stuff here. Actually, I'm going to knock this out of the way. These are Mewtwo V's. Pokemon Go. English and Japanese. In total, there's like 24 English and Japanese total. English there's 15, I believe, 16. And then the rest are Japanese. I'm buying these. If you have them, sell them to me. I'm excited. I'm going to buy a bunch. Big fan. This Pikachu from Celebrations, Joyful Pikachu Collection promo. It's the same promo as this, but in Chinese. And the reason why I have this is because this pattern, you see that start? Oh, that looks so sick. These ones I'm sleeping on. I mentioned this publicly multiple times. 10 copies of these. I'm at an average price of like $150, maybe a little bit less. Right now they're going for $250. So my speculation play is paying off. It pays to have conviction and be a degenerate collector. Yeah, that's all I can say. So my trainers, I used to spec hard on trainers because they used to go up in Japanese. And so what I'm left with are, I have Rosa from Dream League and Cosmic. Now I'm holding this primarily because it's one of the top cards in Cosmic. I think it still has room to grow. Right now it's sitting at 500. It's been at 500 for a bit now. And then Rosa from Dream League as well. Skylar from Breakpoint. And then the rest of these Skylars are from Shiny Star V. This card, during the Japanese trainer boom of 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I think, went up to as high as like $400. This card right now is like a sub $75 card. So we used to be in a different time. We got Marnie. I don't know why she's hanging out here, actually. I have a bunch of these in one of the boxes over there that I bought early on for like $100. This is my random Japanese stash. Mew from Fusion Arts, Japanese. Urshifu VMAX, Japanese Battle Styles. We have the Lily from Ultra Prism and a 9. This card still is several $100s. I don't know why. Lily from Sun and Moon. Missy's Determination from Evolutions. Team Up Erica, and then Sonia from Rebel Clash. All right. This is the last stash that I'll show you guys. Stuff. I think this stuff is actually decided to keep. I don't know why, but yeah, let's go through it. For Alligator Prime, Steelix Prime. Oh yeah, I graded these two myself, I think. I wanted to hold them to complete the set, but honestly, that was so long ago, I don't even know why I have them. 25th anniversary. PSA 4, what? Oh, that's a slab I need to crack. 25th anniversary. Kanto starters. PSA 4 Lost Origin Pikachu VMAX. I think this one, PSA dented the hell out of it. And I didn't bother refuting it because if you've gone through that process, you know it's kind of pointless. Blaziken. Yeah, this is just random stuff. What am I doing? Oh, this. Classic Collection, Charizard. You tell me, which one looks better? Classic Collection or 25th? Probably 25th, right? That. And the Lone Marnie, this is why I had her out. Because I was quietly building a Marnie stack for a while. I got the ones from the premium tournament collection. Now, those aren't so easy to grade in the 10. I graded probably 20 copies fresh out of box because I bought cases of that tin or that lunchbox thing, milk carton. And I think I only got 5 or 6 that came back as a 10. I decided to accumulate these like a year or two ago because I thought that English trainers were going to go on a pump. Still waiting to be seen. Marnie from Sword and Shield base. 6, 7 of them. A couple more laying around. So yeah. Just some speculative plays. V-Star Universe Gold cards. I'm kicking myself with these especially. Dirt cheap. I'm talking about $50, 20, $30, 30, $40 for like the longest time. And when Crown Zenith popped off, it took these ones with it. Yeah. One of my bigger regrets, I would say, is overlooking a great set and not just leaning into getting more copies of the cards. Aerodactyl V, this is probably one of my more favorite artworks. I grew up with Aerodactyl, him being a Kanto Pokemon. So I started to accumulate some, and then I stopped. This card is from Grand Archive, so not Pokemon. And I think that's it. Yeah. That's it. That's all we got. And I'm beat. That's it. That is what we currently have here that I need to get rid of. That's going to go into storage. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different. It's not market stuff. It's not talking. It's not advice. But at least you can get a glimpse of like, oh, this is what a collector / long-term investor, flipper person accumulates. I am a collector first. I try to be at least. And so I think maybe some of the stuff you see that I showed, some people have different collection identities. Mine is a bunch of Japanese stuff with a sprinkling of English English stuff tossed in there here and there. One quick reminder, don't forget to check out the first video on my channel. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be giving away a box of Destined Rivals. And that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.